Dr. David Rajan and Dr. Santosh to come onto the stage. And I'll leave the stage to Dr. David Rajan, please. Thank you.
No real need for inauguration, but nevertheless we are going to have a very short 10 minutes one because of certain compulsions. And I welcome each and every one of you for this Ortho-One Academy, the first of the meeting. Thank you very much for coming all the way. And 75% of the shoulder arthroscopy in, I'm sure, the most of the practice where a lot of shoulder surgery being done is rotator cuff tear, because instability tear is diminishing and switching over to lethargy. So with this in mind, we know that we are aware that there is great demand from the youngsters to switch to arthroscopy assisted rotator cuff tear. There are several courses going on all over, but we thought we'll focus on this and teach them the fundamentals. So I think we've been able to do that to some extent, I think, although it has not been going the way I really expected it to be. However, I think at the end of the day, I think you all would have learned a lot of basics. I continue to request the speaker to touch on the fundamentals, and attendees, you please do not hesitate to ask questions. And you're not participating at all. Only the faculties are asking questions. It's not good. Even if they sound maybe silly or fundamental, don't hesitate. This is the usual problem with our Indian surgeons who come as observers also. Appealed to the surgeons, experienced people to explain the basics while doing the surgery also. Dr. Shyam has selected very good cases for surgery, and I'm sure you will benefit a lot. And thanks to the industry, Smith & Nephew, Arthrex, Conmed, Biotech, Smith & Johnson Johnson for participating and sponsoring this talk. Very particularly biotech. We hear from Dr. Martin that biotech is very popular in Europe. I'm very happy that our own Indian company is doing so very well. We have had some very fundamental, simple talks. You heard from Geethan, and John also touched upon simple facts about the bursal tissue. And Ashok is going to tell us about his difficulties. Usually the surgeons want to talk how good they are, but these speakers are talking about fundamentals. So please do listen to them. There will be a Zoom meeting in which Dr. Brett Sanders, Mr. Justin Anderson will be participating using a tendon tunneler cuff repair. And this, please, that will be in the afternoon. We would like to mention the name of our mentor, Dr. Gopal Krishnan from Texas, who's instrumental in getting us this tendon tunneler. Special thanks to Dr. Amit Joshi, who has come all the way from Nepal. We are very grateful to you. And could Saundria, can you bring the shawl for Dr. Amit Joshi? Dr. Arumugam is here. He can represent Indian Arthroscopy Society. He is not here. Arumugam, please come. Thank you so much. Hi. Here. Sit. No chair kondu vaanga. No chair kondu vaanga mela. Please sit down. So thanks to Dr. Jean-Noel Martin, and with whom Dr. Shyam spent some time, and he has already been to Pune and other places in India. And we are always very happy about the French connection. Ever since we conducted the first shoulder exclusive meeting in Coimbatore in 1995, for which Pascal Ballou came. And every time we have a meeting, the French have always been ready and come to teach us and impart the knowledge and learn from us. So thanks to Dr. Martin. Dr. Arumugam, would you like to? Thanks so much for coming all the way, Jean. And I cannot but mention the names of our Indian faculty. Not that they are not important, they are part of us, part of the IAS, part of the SSI. And to mention the names, Dr. Chandrasekhar, Suresh Pathak, Sundarajan, Subramaniam, Ayappanaya, Dr. Arumugam, of course, is here, Mahesh, John, Clement Joseph, and Prakash, Geethan, Paralad, Vinay Kumarasamy, and Ashok. So thank to each and every one of you. You have sacrificed your time and come all the way to teach in this meeting. Thank you very much. So I hand it over to Dr. Shyam to introduce to us about the Ortho-One Academy and what he is planning to do. He's got big plans, his brainchild. Shyam.
Thank you all. This is just a beginning. So we wanted to carry forward what was taught to us by Dr. David Rajan, and we don't want that legacy to end. So Ortho-One institution was started precisely in the year 2009, if I'm not wrong, and we are still continuing to provide the service, not in the field of sports medicine or training any doctors, just trying to keep the quality of service which we provide to the best as much as possible. Now, our commitment to medical education is by conducting yearly conferences. We were doing it regularly prior to the COVID. Now, after the COVID, there was a pause, and now we have restarted it. And we are doing various conferences and CMEs with respect to subspecialties of orthopedics, just to make sure that the quality of education is topmost. And we do understand that all our fellows are also aware of the weekly CMEs which we conduct on Tuesdays, just to keep upgrading our knowledge on regular basis, and various fellowship programs which we support, and we send fellows abroad as well to train them further in the global perspective of whatever training they are interested in. And not to say, but this research program is the most important feature in our fellowship, and we always ensure that all the fellows are quite keen and interested in doing the fellowship program and complete it with one research at least which is published. And we do conduct weekly audits to improve the quality of our service, and we have definitely noticed that the quality of service is the best. It's all because of the weekly audits, and sports camps are regularly conducted to make sure that our doctors are experienced and they have enough knowledge in dealing with high profile athletic patients as well. Now, we also have the soft skill management, which is very, very important for the hospital function as such. We always think about observe first, learn properly, practice what you learn, and then serve better. This is our modality, and this is what is going to be the stepping stone for our Ortho-One Academy. And let me tell you how we are going to proceed with that. It's all based on evidence-based medical practice. Why did we start this academy? It's mainly there is a need to share knowledge. The one who doesn't share knowledge is useless. That's what I think. So you know everything. There's no point if you keep it within yourself. You have to give it, and in that way you create a better future. And you have to opening up to the future generation. They have to learn from us, and most importantly, they have to learn from our mistakes so that they do not repeat it once again. And you have to improve. We are always planning to improve the accessibility and approachability. The problem here is not all people are able to get fellowship in Ortho-One. That's because of the demand. You have to wait for a longer duration. So we have to make them approach us accessible in the form of a digital platform. And that digital platform is the Ortho-One Academy website which we have created, and it will be available for all our members for a period of 6 months duration starting from June. How it is accessible? You get unlimited access to various programs which we are conducting and which we have conducted prior. and previous meetings which we have done will be available in the archives, and the regular CMEs which we are conducting, which is going to happen in future, will also be accessible, and basics and advanced level surgical techniques which we are experts in, so that you will also be able to understand what techniques we practice for what cases, so that you learn from it and improvise on your surgical skill. Some of the salient features that the academic commitments were the OKC, which was conducted in 2014, the Indo-US Shoulder Conference in 2015, ICS in 2017, and SESI in 2019, which were a huge success. But unfortunately, these programs are not accessible once again. And there are some essential information which have been conveyed in each and every program, and it is not available to any of you. And we'll make sure that this is available through the portal of the Ortho-One Academy in the archives. Some of the pictures. Ortho-One started its CME endeavors way back in 2019 with the musculoskeletal problem, then the ankle arthroscopy in 2011, and then the orthopedic knee cross in 2014, where Sundarajan sir was also heading the meeting, and then the Indian Cartilage Society meeting in 2017, and prior to that we had the Indo-US Shoulder Conference, and recently the SESI-Con, and after that we are starting with the Ortho-One Academy Series 1. The Series 2, we are focusing on getting the spine rehabilitation course, and Series 3, we are planning to do all about osteotomy. So stay tuned to that event as well. And we are always engaging our current and ex-fellows in 6 months once training in cadaver labs. So what you learn is useless unless until you practice on it. So you have to practice with our guidance, and we are always ensuring that happens. So thanks to the cadaver labs available in South India, MS Ramaya in Bangalore and Ramachandra are extremely helpful in providing this training to us when we ask for it. And the team keeps changing, but the motto is still the same. Always teach, maintain the quality of education, and there will be unlimited access, good research guidance through this academy, and upgradation of our healthcare upgradation modules. So become a member, enjoy the journey, and continue to serve better. Thank you. Thanks a lot for coming and attending this meeting. With this, we end the inauguration, and we straight ahead proceed to the live surgery done by Dr. Sundarajan. I request Dr. John Martin and Dr. Shirish Pathak to moderate the session, please. Thank you.
Recording stopped.